gavel is to order.
Okay. Call to order the regular meeting for June 26, 2019. Could everyone please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, roll call.
Larry Armstrong.
Here.
Sean Douglas. Michael Howry. Michelle Hayes.
Here.
Gene Sensi.
Here.
Can I get approval of the agenda, please?
I'll move.
Second.
Okay, roll call.
Larry Armstrong.
Yes.
Michelle Hayes.
Yes?
Gene Sensi.
Yes.
Vote is 3-0.
Okay. Approval of the minutes. I need a motion for the approval of the minutes from the May 15th meeting.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Questions or comments? Roll call.
Michelle Hayes.
Yes?
Gene Sensi.
Yes.
Larry Armstrong.
Yes.
Vote is 3-0.
Okay. We're on to the first public participation of the evening. If anyone would like to address the board on agenda items only, they may do so at this time. You have 5 minutes. At the end of the meeting, there is a second public participation regarding any topic. Okay. Any board member reports? Okay, moving right along. Reports and recommendations of the treasurer, please.
Thank you. I actually don't have anything to discuss tonight except for items on the agenda, so I'm just going to go ahead and start with those. The first is to approve the financial reports for all funds, fund-to-fund transfer report, and the check payment register for May 2019.
I'll move.
Second.
Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Gene Sensi.
Yes.
Larry Armstrong.
Yes.
Michelle Hayes.
Yes?
Vote is 3-0. The next is to accept a donation of delivery of sweet peat compost from McAllister's Landscaping to Madison High School ecology class to be used for the garden at Madison High School and North Elementary School. A donation of compost from Sweet Peat to Madison High School Spanish and ecology classes at North Elementary to be used for their gardens. Donation of 200 bamboo cones from Cherokee Manufacturing to Madison High School and North Elementary School to be used as a garden vegetable trellis. Donation of $100 from Denise Doberdruck to North Elementary streak accounts to be used as needed. Donation of $100 from Natalie and Raman Meskinpush to the Madison High School Ecology Club to be used for outdoor garden projects. Donation of $300 from Defender Dogs to North Elementary to be used for disc golf. Donation of a $25 gift card from Madison Walmart to Madison High School Ecology Club to be used for garden supplies. Donation of $300 from Downtown Painesville to North Elementary School to be used for disc golf. Donation of $8,100 from North Elementary PTA to Madison Local Schools to be used to purchase Chromebooks and a charging cart for North Elementary School. And donation of $300 from RT&T Machining Company, Inc. to North Elementary School to be used for disc golf. And finally, a $300 donation from Frank Sailors to North Elementary School to be used for disc golf.
I'll move.
Second.
Questions or comments?
I'd just like to thank everyone for all the generous donations. That one from the North Elementary PTA was huge. It's a lot of fundraising involved to come up with that much cash and donate it towards the Chromebooks.
And I just want to second that. The community is extremely generous with us and always willing to support our schools, so thank you very much. Okay, roll call.
Larry Armstrong.
Yes.
Michelle Hayes.
Yes.
Gene Sensi.
Yes.
Vote is 3-0. The next item is to approve the transfers and advances. Remember, a transfer is a permanent movement of money from one fund to another, and an advance is a loan which will be repaid in the next fiscal year. And just to make life easy, I'm just going to say as listed in the agenda.
I'll move.
Second.
Questions or comments? Roll call.
Michelle Hayes.
Yes.
Gene Sensi.
Yes.
Larry Armstrong.
Yes.
Vote is 3-0. The next is to approve the final appropriations for fiscal year 2019, starting with the general fund at $28,949,366.46, ending with miscellaneous federal grants at $47,195.95, for a total of $38,627,775.42.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Gene Sensi.
Yes.
Larry Armstrong.
Yes.
Michelle Hayes.
Yes.
Vote is 3-0. The next are the temporary appropriations for fiscal year 2020, and these for the most part are 25% of the prior year appropriations, except for those appropriations from 19 that we know won't be continuing. For example, in capital improvements, we have the lighting project going on, so we don't want to take 25% of the prior year, so it's a smaller dollar amount. So temporary appropriations for fiscal year 2020, beginning with the general fund of $7,237,341.62, ending with miscellaneous federal grants of $11,798.99, for a total for the temporary appropriations of $9,602,137.50.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Questions or comments?
I got a question about the zeros. Are these accounts that'll never be used again, or some that?
Some are and some aren't. What you're seeing is a lot of funds we had small dollar amounts, like uniform supplies. We haven't used that since I've gotten here, but there was $5.85 left in it. So I had to bump up the appropriations in order to pay a bill for $5.85. The 022 is a fund that we keep active because if a check is outstanding more than a year, we move it into the 022 fund, and then after 5 years, we move it back to the fund in which it originated, which most of the time is the general fund. 440 is another example of a cleanup. There was $2,800 in that fund for years and years, so I just reduced expenses in the general fund, charged it to that fund, and got rid of it. So when I bring the permanent appropriations by the end of September, some of those will just be eliminated, but in my spreadsheet, I have all the same funds to make sure we don't miss one.
Thanks.
Okay, roll call.
Larry Armstrong,
Yes.
Michelle Hayes,
Yes.
Gene Sensi.
Yes.
Vote is 3-0. That's all I have tonight.
Okay, and reports of the administrative team.
All right, well, we have something to celebrate tonight. You approved at the last meeting the resolution for Nolan Landis, our first boys champion. He was the Division I state champion in shot put and discus. He threw 62, 11.5 in shot put, and a heave of 191, 11 in discus, and that secured as his standing as state champion in both of those, and gave us what, Jeremy, in the state tournament? Fifth, I think?
Fifth as a team.
Fifth as a team. Our team of one did that for us. So we want to present this to him this evening and celebrate his accomplishments. And Jeremy, if you want to add anything, because you have coached this young man for several years.
No, if you want to come up. Just I always say that with this kind of outstanding achievement, it's not an accident. It is the help of our administration with both Mr. Dragas and Ms. Smith and everybody here and their family. So we're really, really proud of you, and we wish you luck in the Big Ten in Indiana.
Yeah, it really was just an honor to win it for my hometown. Thank you, Coach, and everyone here for helping making it possible, especially everyone in the corner over there. It's been a journey. I couldn't think of a better way to end it. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Were those throws your personal best, or how
No,
close?
my PRs are actually 64, 4, and 198. So it was a bad day.
Do any of the family want to say anything? Or
just thank you all. This has been wonderful.
We're very proud of him.
He's living in the house that he came home to as a newborn, and we couldn't be happier. His school journey has taken him a few different places, but to finish here in Madison and bring this championship home just means the world to us, because he's, always lived in Madison, so this is home.
When we brought him back to Madison, we didn't know his track, so you never know what it's going to be like. And right away, Jeremy opened up the possibilities. I've been more or less his coach for the last few years. And, he let that happen. John built him a new pit to throw into, and it's great. We got a lot of support. We certainly didn't do it alone.
I have to say one thing, besides his athletic abilities, he and his brother are two of the finest young men I've ever known in my life. Not that I'm grandma. No, but to watch a young man to achieve what he's achieved and go over to everybody else and be the person he is amazing. I mean, when someone didn't do well, he was the first one over to them, encourage them. I mean, he just takes everything on the way he should. He's amazing.
He won a state title in football over in Erie when he was 10th grader. And right in the banquet hall afterwards, he said, "That's it, I'm done with football." So what are you going to do? I want to state title for Madison. So, there you go.
Nice.
Well, we're very proud of you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And it was exciting, like I said. I was at my son's wedding, getting ready, and my husband's like, "Nolan just won this." Now we're finding out this. I said, "I want pictures." I was, texting Mr. Dragas, so very exciting.
Yeah, definitely perfect way to end it, for sure. So,
Nice.
thank you.
So, good luck to you in the future.
Absolutely.
Thanks,
Thank you, everyone.
You're welcome. You are welcome to stay for the rest of the meeting, or you may
We have to
make your exit.
We've always got to eat. We've got to eat.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Good luck. Too bad it's in Michigan.
All right, thank you.
I'll be in touch.
Okay, we'll be in touch.
On the line, so you get us in college.
Yeah.
All right. That is pretty exciting for us, and he is genuinely a very nice young man.
You can tell
Just
he's
a really good heart. So in the remainder of my report, we'll talk about the candidates we have here in a little bit, but I'm going on record that today is June 26th. I told Mike I was going to do this, and I said I at the beginning of the budget cycle, I'm always optimistic that things are going to be better than they were in the last budget. Well, we have maintained it through the governor's budget, the House version of the budget, and the Senate's version of the budget, that we should get some additional funding in this health and wellness or success and wellness dollars that they're talking about. And it is held pretty steady. So I'm going on record that I think at our next meeting, we're going to be talking about a little bit better picture for all of us in 2020 than what we were looking at. So I'm waiting at the next meeting, I'll take I was right this time. Because you always want to, if we end up at zero, we're back where we were. So
I'd love to be wrong. I really would.
yeah. And, I have it on good authority that I can't see, but it's politicians, so you never know,
Right.
how they can mess it up in the conference committee before it gets signed on Sunday. So fingers crossed, updates to come. Next up, we have a team that has just been working with Dave, has been interviewing, and so we have 3 hires that will be on tonight's agenda. We have Emily Christopher, who will be our new autism teacher at South. Julia, and I don't have Kibler, she comes to us from the Trumbull County ESC preschool program, and she will be joining our preschool program. She's from Geneva and wanted to come back to the area, so it's very good. The interesting thing about Emily is that her family owns Kirtland Creamery. So it is a
She's our new
very,
best friend.
that's what we keep telling her, you know? It wasn't the interview, it was Kirkland Creamery, right? No, she, both very, very talented teachers, very passionate about working with students with disabilities and making a difference in kids' lives. And this is a new hire to the position, but not new to Madison. Scott Harold is going to be our new assistant principal at Madison Middle School. He's been at our high school teaching English for the last 12 years and is ready to, as some people say, take the jump to the dark side. I don't call it the dark side. I love what I do, so. But we're happy to have him on board with us as well. We will then have a couple more hires in July. As a result, we still have to fill a half-time special needs position. There's a long-term sub position out there. Word on the street is we might get another resignation in special education, and we might have that to hire, and then we have to fill Scott's position at the high school. So it's not a quiet summer for sure. And then one other piece of good news, because Dave, just multiple talents here. Last month he submitted a Martha Holden Jennings grant to continue the work at South Elementary, and we were notified today that we received it. So
Sweet.
that will allow us, or
Wonderful.
South
Thank you
Elementary.
so much.
That will allow us to continue the letters project into year 2.
We just found out today.
Yes, just came in the email today. And he was so busy doing federal programs, I said, you didn't hear? You didn't see it?
I haven't looked at my email.
And I'll let you talk about the mechanics since you've worked with them all year.
Oh, sure. Our bus garage notified us today that every one of our buses has gone through inspection. They've all passed. They're all stickered and ready to go for the 1920 school year. That's 2019-2020 school year. And that is well ahead of how it's been in the past. I think the State Patrol has done it a little bit differently, but our guys had everything ready to go. They've gone through, we weren't sure what to expect because we have 2 guys who are fairly new at working with buses, and they did an outstanding job. They really got after it.
Lots of turnover at State Highway Patrol too. You know, where Mike Betts worked with the same people for years. In the last couple of years, they've had a lot of turnover there. And you know, what I really like about these 2 mechanics is they have just taken so much pride in everything they do, and you know, having them on their own for the first time, because Mike last year was sort of overseeing, you know, he was the teacher. I kept telling him, you have to be the teacher so that these guys, when you're not here, can do this. And they're just phenomenal.
Yep, Joe White and Greg Platt. And it was nice to have Mike work with them for a little bit because, you know, he really instilled in them that, you know, they are the difference between making sure that the students have a safe ride to and from school or not. And, you know, you never cut corners, you always do everything 100%, and they really bought in, and we're really happy with them.
Nice.
Excellent, thank you.
Do they ever get caught up, Dave, or are they always kind of just fixing immediate needs? Do they have a lot of time
Well,
for?
I would say that from this point, you know, the priority is making sure that anything that's, you know, going to cause a bus not to pass an inspection is done first. But now there's some things that they would like to get to, but maybe get pushed to the back priority-wise, that they can start addressing some other needs. So there's not a time that they are looking around saying, well, I don't know what we should do today, but there are, you know, lower priority things that they can attack.
And these guys like to work. They work hard.
Yeah.
They don't like to be idle.
So when the buses are out, for example, during the day, and you stop by there, either the floor has been swept or someone's sweeping the floor because they can't stop moving. We're on me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just to talk a little bit about the interview process, since we have 3 new hires with us this evening. We do a pretty thorough job of vetting candidates. We had a lot of applicants for all of the positions. After going through resumes, we eliminate quite a few. I think between the 3 candidates that are in this room, I've sat through nearly 40 interviews. And so these 3 have risen to the top of the crop, and we're very excited to have them on board for, some of you for the next 35 years, and some of you for
No pressure.
as long as you so it's a pretty thorough process that they've been through and that we run. So we feel very confident by the time they're sitting in these chairs that we have very good people. And then the only other thing, as Angela mentioned, this time every year, prior to the last day of June, we submit our federal funding application, which went in this afternoon at about 4 o'clock, I think. So we're hopefully all set to go for next year.
Recommendations of the superintendent. We're asking you this evening to accept the following resignations. The resignation of Colleen Long, Madison Middle School custodian, effective June 19, 2019. To accept the resignation of Scott Harold as head girls track coach, effective June 26, 2019. We're asking you to approve the following employment contracts. To employ Scott Harold under a 2-year administrator's contract as Madison Middle School assistant principal, effective August 1st, 2019 through July 31st, 2021. To employ Emily Christopher as an intervention specialist, autism unit at South Elementary under a 1-year limited contract, effective the 2019-2020 contract year. To employ Julia Kibler as the intervention specialist at Madison Pre-K under a 1-year limited contract, effective the 2019-2020 contract year. To employ Norman Watts, technology support specialist, effective August 1st, 2019 through July 31st, 2021. To employ the following certificated personnel, each under a 1-year limited extended service supplemental contract for the 2019-2020 contract year, beginning with Brett Tomko and ending with John Dragas, and to approve a monthly athletic stipend for the athletic complex grounds manager supplemental contract for Patrick Smith, effective July 1st, 2019 through June 30th, 2020.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Michelle Hayes,
Yes.
Gene Sensi,
Yes.
Larry Armstrong.
Yes.
Vote is 3-0.
Okay. And under a separate motion, because you just hired him as assistant principal, we need you to accept the resignation of Scott Harold, Madison High School English Language Arts teacher, effective July 31st, 2019.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Questions or comments? Roll call.
Gene Sensi,
Yes.
Larry Armstrong.
Yes.
Michelle Hayes.
Yes.
Vote is 3-0.
You'll be missed.
Next up, we're asking you to approve a shared technology services agreement between the Madison Local School District Board of Education and Brookfield Local School District Board of Education, effective July 1st, 2019.
I'll move.
Second.
Questions or comments? Roll call.
Larry Armstrong.
Yes.
Michelle Hayes.
Yes.
Gene Sensi.
Yes.
Vote is 3-0.
All right, and next up, we're asking you to approve the supplemental limited contracts for the following employees for work to be formed under the agreements for technology personal services between the Madison Local School District and Newbury Local School District, Fairport Harbor Exempted Village School District, Geneva Area School District, Geauga County Educational Service Center, Warrensville Heights City School District, and the shared technology services agreements between the Madison Local School Districts and Brookfield Local School District and Auburn Vocational School District, beginning with Robert Cerruti and ending with Norman Watts.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Michelle Hayes.
Yes.
Gene Sensi.
Yes.
Larry Armstrong.
Yes.
Vote is 3-0.
And next up, we need you to amend the following motion to amend the location of the high school volleyball team camp from Clarion as approved in board motion 8619 to Edinburgh for July 19th to 21st, 2019 at no charge to the athletes.
I'll move.
Second.
Questions or comments? Roll call.
Gene Sensi.
Yes.
Larry Armstrong.
Yes.
Michelle Hayes.
Yes.
Vote is 3-0.
And we have a second reading, or actually, this is the motion to approve for board policy updates, beginning with school choice options and ending with food services.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Larry Armstrong.
Yes.
Michelle Hayes.
Yes.
Gene Sensi.
Yes.
Vote is 3-0.
And then under the consent calendar this evening, we are asking you to approve 2 agreements. To approve the service agreement between Madison Local School and Reed Education Services for education, therapy, transportation, and support for students served outside of the Madison Local School District for the 2019-2020 school year. And to approve the agreement for the services between Madison Local School Districts and Crossroads Health for 2019-2020 school year.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Questions or comments? Roll call?
Michelle Hayes.
Yes.
Gene Sensi.
Yes.
Larry Armstrong.
Yes.
Vote is 3-0.
Okay, we're on to the second public participation of the evening. If anyone would like to stand and address the board, you do have 5 minutes. Please state your name and address. Okay, no takers. Do we have a need for executive session?
We do very briefly.
Okay, and what is the purpose here?
Employment, number 1, right, isn't there, personnel?
Okay. Can I get a motion to go into executive session for the purpose of the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee?
I'll move.
I'll second.
Roll call?
Gene Sensi.
Yes.
Larry Armstrong.
Yes.
Michelle Hayes.
Yes.
Vote is 3-0.
Okay, and we will not conduct any business when we come back.